Welcome to a demo of Work Center tab screen in FDM. To get a fuller understanding of all tab screens, you can always click on the question mark button adjacent to the update button in the factory level information group box. We now describe how to define new work centers in FDM. For us, work center means one unit of equipment and or group of persons that can perform an elemental task. Work centers are usually classified within departments on the shop floor. We call it classification by location. Likewise, one can also classify work centers by function. Let us enter Department A in the department name. Department A in the department name. You can see the same text getting replicated in the department code as a matter of convenience. You may edit the department A code to DA. Press add button to enter the department. You will see the department listed in the list box below. We enter 4 new departments. Departments B, Department B is code as DB, and now Department C and its code as DC, and next Procurement Department, that is Procurement Department and its code as procurement, and last is Dispatch Department and its code as dispatch. By just updating the existing text, you can select any department from the list box and edit its name or code by pressing update button. Department B name change to Department B1. The code must also be changed to DB1. All listed departments are available in the department combo box for the selection. We now show how to add individual work centers. Let us add Work Center 1. Work Center 1. Say this work center belongs to department B1. So we select B1 from combo box. If this work center can perform multiple tasks concurrently, then we select radio button yes in the multitasking group box. A typical example of multitasking work center is a buyer who can deal with several purchase requisitions concurrently. However, in most cases, the choice is no. In case multitasking is possible, then we must mention how many tasks can be executed concurrently in the box below. If multitasking is not possible, then the value is automatically set to 1. Now, what is average daily output from this work center in extent of the unit produced? To understand what the term extent means, please read the help. It is not necessary to enter a value here, but in case you do, then you have a yardstick to compare against actual utilization. We have already mentioned that work center can also be classified by function. Functional classification is useful while mapping tasks to work centers. One can use a character string to identify a function. Let us type function 1 here. Function 1 will now become available for selection in the combo box. So there is no need to retype the same function again. We now fill in the rules to calculate cost, duration and wastage. This is a simple job of identifying the fixed and the running part. Recommend you read the accompanying help file for details. Here is the help file button. Now we turn to the cost figure. What is cost figure? Cost figure consists of a fixed cost, variable or actual operating cost per hour of working, and an optional contribution per hour one expects from this work center. All cost figures are assumed to be in the factory currency. Here it is Indian rupee. Let us enter 20 rupee as the fixed cost and 12 rupee per hour as the operating cost. We do not expect any contribution from this work center, so we enter a 0 here. Now time duration. Time duration can be expressed as a sum of day, hour and minute. If setup on this work center takes 1.5 hours, we enter 1 in hour box and 13 minutes box. Day box is left blank and thus assume 0. Running duration 2 is expressed similarly and is the time required to produce n units. Figure n is mentioned in the per box below. We again urge you to understand these terms, what the term extend means. We refer you to read help file. Say it takes 1 hour to produce 100 units, enter 1 in hour box and 100 in per box. Needless to say, per box can never have a 0 or be left blank. You will generate a validation error in this case. Now wastage. Wastage is expressed in terms of what is produced or the extent. If fixed wastage is 5, we enter a 5 in fixed box. If the running wastage in extent terms is 2 for every 100 units, so we enter 2 in the running box and 100 in the per box. We have completed entering all information about the work centers required for the evaluation version. Press add to enter this work center details. The work center details appear in the table above. In evaluation version, you are not allowed to define complex formulae to assess cost, wastage and duration based on work center and task attributes. So, you will have to make do with this simplistic way of calculating these figures. Incidentally, this simplistic approach is seldom used in original system. In case another work center has similar specs, just select an individual work center already present in the table above, make necessary changes and click add. We now add a new work center, that is work center 2, using work center 1 details. Here we say its function is different as function 2. As function 2. We again add a third work center 3. Check in the group combo box. We now have 2 functions to choose from. And selecting it, department C. Now, if you feel there is any error in the work center detail, just select the same from the table above and press remove. And you will see. And you are now free to edit any selected work center details using the update button. We also add 2 more work centers, procurement related to the department, procurement department, where there is no multitasking, there is multitasking and number of tasks are 10, belonging to group, by group, and we add it. Now we enter dispatch work center and belongs to department, dispatch department. Say it is also again multitasking and number of tasks is 10 and belongs to group shipping, means ship. and add it. So we have completed all the details about work center tab stream. Thank you.